Hey guys, it's Nimbus. I'm back today with another video. As always, it is free Palestine, free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. Today I just ask y'all, please get educated on what is going on. I repeat myself a lot in these videos. And I know that a lot of it still stands to be said, but I am not a primary source for these things. You know what I mean? Like, in school when we're taught about sources, we got primary, secondary, and tertiary or something sources. I am like a tertiary source. You know what I mean? I am getting the information from other people who got the information from other people. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't mind talking about this, but go find people who know exactly what is going on, exactly, like, they can give you a play-by-play. I can only give you, like, overviews. You know what I mean? But just do your own research. TikTok has plenty of people. I'm sure YouTube has plenty of people as well. But yeah, do your own research. Keep talking about Palestine. Keep talking about Sudan. Keep talking about the Democratic Republic of Congo. Please keep talking about everybody. Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, Tigray, Kurdistan, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, the indigenous population in any other country, including this country right here. Free everybody. We will never be free until we're all free. I just watched a video from, it was the parliament election, and I can't remember his name. Something Holloway, I think. He won the vote. And, Sky News was running around going like, oh, but like, why'd you say this? And, how do you think these other people feel? And all this stuff. And he's like, get over it. I won the election. Like, he's third party. So he won by a landslide. Like, he won by like a ridiculous margin or something. I can't remember what the number was. It was crazy though. And, the question was like, there's people who are worried in the streets. Like, what do you say to that? And it's like, there's been plenty of other people who have been worried in the streets for months on end at this point, for years. He didn't say that, but I'm saying that. There's been people in the streets for a long time, whether here or in the UK or anywhere at this point. 2020 brought protests worldwide. And those protests didn't really stop. The police brutality sure didn't. The life of the people didn't get any better. So here we are, still trying and getting louder and making moves that actually do something. Sure, voting is not going to be the end of it at all. Like, at all. It will not be the end of it. You cannot fix a system that was designed to fuck you over. You cannot fix that. That means that you have to get rid of it and start over. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, that's scary because you lose what you got. But I wonder how it would have felt to be anybody who lived here before the colonizers got here, and how they felt when they lost everything and everyone, and their entire life was changed. And the food that they ate was ran out and going extinct. Because the colonizers did that. How do you think the indigenous population felt? At this point, it doesn't matter what you're comfortable with. It matters the fact of making it right. We need to understand that the things that we are dealing with are a product of the entire system. Again, the system can't be fixed if it's designed to fuck you over. That's all it's designed to do. When this entire world economy was based off of capitalism, the entire point was to make everybody, the working class, subservient and work for everybody else. That was the entire point. Yes, we have unions, but not everybody's allowed to have a union. Not everybody has safe working conditions. You ever been to a fucking job and the only thing they did was follow OSHA? Are you for real? The entire point that I'm trying to make is that nothing is going to change without a radical, actual upheaval of the system. And it's not going to look pretty. And I'm not saying that every day is just going to be an all-out war, because I don't think that's what it's going to be. But I definitely think we need change on a grand scale. And I definitely think that the grand scale that we need is going to start with the people coming together and showing everybody else that we can make a change even in the system. If we vote a third-party candidate, I'm not trying to make this about voting, but if we get the third-party candidate, any third-party candidate in, that shows us and, like, as the people and the government, that the people are fed up and sick of what is going on. Again, that will not solve all of our issues by any means. But that's a step forward, because now people have to listen to us. And they can do whatever they want to twist their words and to finagle away and do whatever the fuck they want to do. But overall, we know what the fuck we can do, and we know that if we stand actually united as one group of people who exist to not deal with this anymore, we have to stand up and unify. If we don't unify, if we keep fighting with each other and going back and forth, oh, you don't get this, and I'm never gonna understand where you're coming from, and all that shit, that's to divide us more. They want us fighting so that we don't actually get together and fight them. We have the numbers. When are we gonna step up? It's time to do something about this. All of us are fed up. We're all living paycheck to paycheck. We all heard what the fucking Kellogg's CEO said. Are we gonna let these people really do this shit anymore? It's 2024. We all know basically what the fuck is going on at this point. And if you don't, you're literally, again, I said it so many times, you're being so willfully ignorant about everything. You have all of the access to all of this stuff. And yet we're still just not gonna, we're just not gonna look at it. We're not gonna pay attention. It's so far away. It doesn't matter. It's never gonna be us. We got an election this year. It's coming up. And y'all want to say nothing's gonna happen to us. I know y'all heard about Project 2025. If you don't, look it up. I am in no way trying to fearmonger anybody, but at this point, we need to show our government that we are not about to deal with this anymore. We need to take an actual stand as the people of this country who exist, who are getting fucked over every single day just by doing what we're told to do. We deserve everything that we were told we would get. I'm not saying I deserve a participation trophy because I woke up this morning, But I'm saying that I deserve to get an actual wage at my job that pays me enough to go get groceries and pay for my house. If rent and grocery prices and bill prices and everything else is going to go up, why isn't my wage going up? And again, this is all manufactured inflation in the first place. The Kellogg CEO said he rose the prices, what, 27% or something just because he could. Like, bro, wasn't that supposed to be quiet? Free Palestine. Free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. I will keep saying this until I do not have to say it anymore. If you guys have the money to donate, please donate. Make sure you guys have updated lists for the boycotts. People are on TikTok posting them. I'm sure there's people on Instagram as well posting them. Just please make sure you find current boycott lists. And if you see any like ad or anything that's on Twitter or Instagram or anything that is related to those companies, don't click it, don't retweet, because those companies are getting the money from that. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of what you're doing. Don't, angrily respond and then now you're interacting with the post anyway. You know what I mean? So, yeah. With all that being said, if you guys have the money to donate, if you guys were thinking about tipping me today, take that money, go ahead and donate. I'm not going to tell you where to donate to. Care for Gaza has been doing really good work. I'm sure they're still getting like funds through for to pay for stuff, but I don't know how much they're able to do currently. But they're definitely a good place to donate for Palestine. What was it? Keep eyes on Sudan.com or something like that. I'll find it and I'll put it right here. For donating to Sudan. Yeah, there's, do your own research. There's plenty of places that you can find. These are just the places that I've found already. There are plenty of other places that are being, talked about and all this stuff. Just please look out for them. Yes. Any tips I get from these videos will be sent for donations, along with a portion of what I make from my one-on-ones on my website. Shameless plug, those are open. If you would like to purchase a reading, again, a portion of what I make from that does go to donations as well. Any tips that I make from these videos, I also put towards donations. So please, yes. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Let's get breathing today. If you guys would like to breathe with me, let's put our hands flat down in our lap, or put your feet flat down on the floor. Go ahead and sit straight up, and we are going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouths. We're going to breathe in on the count of 4 and out on the count of 4. But if you need to breathe faster or slower or whatever you need to do, go ahead and do that. Don't hurt yourself. But yeah. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and close your eyes, and we're going to get breathing. Breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, Last one. And out. Go ahead and keep your eyes closed, but breathe normally. Go ahead and release any tension that you may have from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. I like to just do some neck rolls. You guys can do whatever you want. I usually have really tight shoulders and neck, so I just do this every time. Switch directions if you guys are following me. Otherwise, keep doing what you're doing. And then I like to do some shoulder rolls. Switch directions. Alright, and then I like to shake out my arms and my legs just to kind of release all of this extra built up tension. You know, don't kick anything over. But yeah. Go ahead and take one more deep breath in and out. Alright guys, go ahead and open your eyes slowly and breathe normally. Alright guys, so if you need more time, go ahead and pause it now. Otherwise, we are going to get started. So today, I thought we were going to use the original tarot. This was my first deck, so we'll see what happens today. I've gotten the comment before that this doesn't look like it was my first deck, but I cannot stand bent playing cards at all, or frayed edges or anything, so I do my best to not let that happen. So these cards, they're not pristine, they're dirty. These are dirty. But I try my best to not bend my cards and cause it just makes me mad. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, for me, it would just make me, I would just go and get a new deck. You know what I mean? But anyway. So of course then we're going to do our pride message and our sweary affirmations as well afterwards. Alright guys, so let's get started. Today is March 3rd as I am recording this. I don't know why I emphasize third so much, I apologize. Third, but I'm thinking we're just going to do an end of March, nailed it, a beginning of March check-in just to see where we're at, to see what's going on. So yeah, let's do that today. Oop. Nailed it. Breathe. Breathe. Yeah. Calm down. Take your time. Breathe. I didn't even start shuffling yet. I just did the bridge thing. There was just a wave of just calm. And when I get that at the beginning of a reading, that's just relax, breathe, take your time. There's nothing to rush about. That could just be for me, but somebody might need to hear that. I didn't feel like I was rushing, so, but anyway, if that is for somebody, there's nothing to rush for. But yeah. Alright, Spirit, what is our message for today? Okay. We got the Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah, don't rush. Let's see what else comes out really quick. It's definitely think it through before you act, but like act. You know what I mean? Like you might be still with the Eight of Wands. You might be like having internal, yeah, Four of Wands. There might be like some kind of like internal dispute. It's almost like the prosperity and what's the word that I'm looking for? Embellishment. Yeah, embellishment. Like extravagance, embellishment, like what you're looking for. It seems like that what you where you're heading right now and what you're looking for aren't quite completely aligned. So it's causing you to kind of like have a dispute with yourself because you're like, okay, I know exactly where I need to go and what I want to do, but why isn't it working? And it's like, it's not working because you're not going in the 444. You're not going in the right direction. You know what I mean? Let's see this. Okay. Three of Pentacles. There's definitely like a need for like a community, like a couple people who you can just trust with all of this, who maybe who won't be able to like guide you all the way, but like who might be able to like put some things into perspective for you, if that makes sense. And I guess community isn't quite the right word, because this card kind of is more about like the embellishment of it. You kind of have like a high society kind of feeling to it. So it's almost like I don't actually know what I'm trying to say. High Priestess. Okay. Use your discernment in what it is, because your intuition knows what's up. And when we're in this state of, I want to go here, but I know I'm going this way, we get to a point of, should I just stop going this way and start going this way? Or do I need to backtrack and go this way? Or like, can I just cut across? Like, what do I need to do? And then that itself gets to be too much and like overstimulating, and then you're like, okay, well now I can't do anything, and now I can't focus on anything. So it's like we have to use our discernment for all of this, no matter what we think. Even if it's the answer that we think we don't want, it's probably the answer that we need to hear anyway. Because sometimes we genuinely don't. One card at a time, please, Spirit. That was the Five of Swords and the Emperor that just popped out. They both flipped over, but they flipped out at the same time. One card at a time, please, Spirit. When we use our discernment, we get to figure out who and what is actually for us. If you feel like the way that you're heading isn't correct, then change the direction that you're going. There's no reason to go a direction that you know is not correct, when the only reason that you're going that way is because it's comfortable, or because you know what to expect. Like, yes, sure, that yes, comfortability is awesome, but if we want growth and we want to move forward with our lives and we want to really get ahead from where we are, not necessarily like ahead of other people, but like ahead from where we are, we have to put the work in, and we have to actually, one, we have to actually think that we can make it, but two, we actually have to understand that sometimes we just go the wrong direction, or we just take a wrong turn. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world. It's just we have to figure it out. It's not to cause a problem. It's not to, to have everything blow up. It's not a tower moment. You know what I mean? It's just, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep going this way, or do you want to go that way now? Like, that's it. Make the decision. Nobody's going to be mad at you for changing your mind. Nobody's going to be, whatever. Your manifestations might take a little bit longer if you change your mind on, like, what you want. But, like, duh. 10 of Pentacles just came out. So, completion. It feels like this is the end of the cycle for you. And, like, once this ends, the abundance, the prosperity, all of that stuff is going to start coming into you because you were able to get through all of the noise and chatter and all of the extra stuff that was trying to keep you, or that could be trying to keep you down. Which is why the discernment is so important, because, and like knowing how your discernment sounds and like how your intuition sounds versus your anxiety, or how your guides sound versus your anxiety, or whatever it is, how God sounds versus your anxiety, however you want to look at it. Because sometimes we have one thing is for us because we're like so sure and certain and that's it, but then we get into it and we realize, like, oh, this is definitely not for me. And it wasn't that it was like, it wasn't that you were like tricked. It's that the wrong voice was louder and you listened to it. And that's not, I'm not trying to say that as like a dig to you. Like, it really is just, sometimes we just go with the wrong voice. Like, okay, I sound crazy as fuck, but like sometimes like we just go with the wrong voice. Like, if you think about it, like if you know what I'm talking about right now, if you really think about it with your intuition versus like how like your anxiety sounds, your intuition, at least from the way that I've seen it and how I've heard other people talk about it as well, everybody that I've seen and talk about it has said that their intuition is really calm. It is not quiet, but like very soft spoken. And then like their anxiety will be so loud and like abrupt. You know what I mean? Like, should I go get a coffee today? No! Like, that, not necessarily that loud, but like that would be like the response for your anxiety. Versus if you were to hear your intuition, at least again how I see it, how I've heard a lot of people talk about it, is, can I go get a coffee today? Not today. Just calm, collected, not yelling, not abrupt, not like panicked, not chaotic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's different, you can feel the energy from the responses. You know what I mean? It's the same thing when, I don't know how many people who watch my videos also do readings, but like, it's like when you're in the middle of a reading and somebody just pops up and it's really loud and you're like, but why are you so loud right now? Like, I get it, you want the message to come out, but why are you yelling at me? We got the Page of Swords. But yeah, with the Page of Swords, there's this need for vigilance. And it's not because somebody's going to attack you. It's not because somebody's trying to get you. It's because you got to stay, you got to know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's not enough to just listen to what your intuition is saying and walk the path. You got to be able to avoid the obstacles, or you're walking through the woods, there could be a wolf, there could be a bear, there could be, a snake, there could be giant man-eating mosquitoes. I don't know. You know what I mean? And again, of course, not everybody's path is through a forest, in a jungle, whatever. But it still stands. Like, you know, you still got to be vigilant, even if you're walking on the right path. You still got to make sure that, you know, somebody doesn't come and try to swipe you out of nowhere. Somebody, you know, swiper doesn't come up out of nowhere. You know, that way you can smack them with the swiper no swiping. Yeah, the devil. Sometimes you just gotta smack swiper away and just leave him. I'm kidding. I mean, no, you definitely do gotta smack swiper away sometimes. Just be like, no. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, no, but seriously. There could be something that is... I know I always say something about addicting, like addiction and all that stuff, but it really is, like, there's something that's, like, chaining you to something else that's not letting you go. But there's, like, this need for force. Like, this is, like... I'm hearing the word, like, hostile takeover. Like, you gotta really take back your life. The word vehement, like, vehemence is, or like, vehement, vehemently. That word is coming to mind. And it's like, Spirit knows what it is that you feel strongly about, but you also have to be willing to put work in to get there. You can't just run around saying, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. This isn't a, you know, a mix and match kind of thing. You get what it is that you want for sure, but you don't get to be lazy about it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to run around acting like you're not gonna get a blessing. You know what I mean? We got the Ten of Wands reversed. And that's not to say that with that force and with, like, forcefully doing this, that there's not going to be any issues. There's, you know, there's going to be something. You know what I mean? There's going to be a clash. You know, it's going to get difficult. There's going to be things that happen. You know what I mean? As in, once you start following your true path, people start falling away when they don't need to be there. Excuse me. You know, stressors in your life start falling away because they don't need to be there. You know, the list goes on. We got the Eight of Cups. Like, you're not in a bad place. It might not feel like a good place, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta keep moving through it. And once you get through it, you understand, like, oh, okay, I needed to move like 5 more feet that way. Okay. You know what I mean? And then things start to change and fall into place. The Fool reversed. But, you know, of course, as always, there's room for negligence. There's room for all this stuff when things are changing. So, of course, you know, you gotta... It's a balance between being cautious and really trying to grow. You know what I mean? Growth takes risks. You have to put some risks in order to grow. That just has to be. But, you know, with a risk, there's inherent issues that come with it, or inherent, well, one card at a time, please, Spirit. There's inherent issues that come from it because of whatever, you know what I mean? But it feels like this is more of like a personal, like very, not like narrow thing, but like that's like the best way that I can describe it. Like, it's really like, it's not your entire life. This seems like specifically like just your career, or just a personal relationship, or just like it's one thing. It's not like everything in your life. Yeah, the Ten of Cups reversed. It's definitely whatever this thing is. It's what's been dragging you down the most. It seems like it's kind of like what needed to be tackled in the first place, which could be why the discernment has been so. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Because once you tackle this one thing, the stuff will start flowing in for you. The Magician. You have everything that you... I say this all the time whenever the Magician comes out. You have all of the tools that you need in order to get to where you want to be. But you also have to believe that you are able to get there. You know what I mean? So, yes, it's a lot to deal with when we're changing... Whoa. When we're changing... One card at a time, please, Spirit. It's a lot to deal with when we're changing and when we're having to, you know, bounce around and figure out what it is that we're supposed to be doing. But it's also... It's a necessary feeling because we kind of, at that moment, once those things are changing, we can't really sit still because, like, yes, we can sit there and try to figure out where we want to go still, but, you know, we don't like unanswered questions. You know what I mean? Like, we don't like the fact that some things, I mean, some people I'm sure don't really mind, but a lot of people don't like the fact that so many things are left to just kind of happen. You know what I mean? That I think so many people forget that it's not that spirit is like forcing you into this. It's not that God or the universe, whoever, is forcing you into this. It's that the things that you've asked for are requiring you to go this direction and not that direction. Anyway. We got the Six of Pentacles. Let's see what this last card is really quick. Yeah, Two of Swords reversed. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Cups. Once you're able to decide, and once you actually do what it is that you know you should do, not in the sense of like, yeah, you know what you should do. Like, once you sit with yourself, use your discernment, listen to your intuition, and figure it out. Once you are able to take those steps, the next things will kind of fall into place because that prosperity is meant for you. Again, you have to do these things the way that you're supposed to do it in order to get the full success and the satisfaction of it. You're able to do it however, you can make your own decisions the whole time, is my point. But it's the way that I keep seeing it, like every time I end up in this kind of reading, it's just you have to level up in order to get this abundance because you know that it's meant for you and Spirit knows that it's meant for you too. It's not just going to be do this work, do this work, do this, aw, nice try. Like, it's not going to be that. You're going to get what you're asking for by doing, there's levels to it almost. If you do it half-assed, you get a half-assed reward. You know what I mean? Or no reward at all. If you do it to your fullest potential, the way that you know that you should be doing it and the way that you feel is the right way, that, of course, is going to give you the most things because you're doing it most authentically. You're not putting on a show to get more people watching. You're not, you know, doing it in some crazy way that nobody else would ever think of. 10-10, as I just said that. You're doing it in an authentic way that feels correct to you. And that authentic way can change over time. Maybe the way that you're doing stuff right now was the correct way that you were doing it a year ago or 2 years, whatever. But you've changed maybe. Now you're a different person. Now you need to do it a different way. Sometimes that change is just needed. And that's not to say that change is never scary. But when it ends up being toxic and when it ends up being, I feel like I should go in a different direction, but I've been doing this for so long, so I know what I'm doing, but I'm not really getting the results that I want, but I don't know what could happen. There's never going to be a right time to break out of that. You're either going to have to listen to, I think I should be doing this instead, or you're going to be stuck in this never-ending loop. It is your choice to decide whatever you want to do. You know, little bit of tough love for the day is, it is your choice. You can choose to repeat this cycle as many times as you want to. By all means, you are allowed to do, you are a grown person, you are allowed to do whatever you want to do. But it seems like whatever you want to change is like, you're ready for something to change. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's do our pride message really quick. Get this going. All right. Whoa. I'll take that one because that one actually flipped over. So, Gay Donut. Instinct. Trust your gut. Your subconscious has its own language. While it may not often make sense, most of the time what it has to say has value. Take some time to listen. Exactly. Instinct, intuition, same kind of thing. I'm sure, like, on a specifics level, it is a different thing, but for the sake of this reading, they are very similar, because whatever your instincts will tell you is going to pretty much align with exactly where you want to actually go. And that may not necessarily, again, align with where you are. Sometimes it does take that push to be like, okay, I guess I really do need to do this. You know what I mean? Like where you just can't stop thinking about something, or, you know, something like that. Love is all you need. Passion. Emotions can bubble under pressure. Build a physical connection with someone that makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory. Be safe. Oh. Love is all you need again. Love. A light source from one's every soul. Whoa, nailed it. Love. A light source from one's very soul. It can be arbitrary and utterly immeasurable, but with love, you can change the world and its attitude towards our community. And once, like I was saying with the authenticity, once you are able to stand in your own authenticity and love yourself for that, other people will see, like it said, a light source from one's very soul. Other people will see that glow from you, and they will be attracted to it because they, I mean, use your discernment, 444, use your discernment. But once you are authentically showing who you are to everybody without caring, because it doesn't matter who other people are, you're being your authentic self, and that's all you have control over. You don't have control over what these other people do. But I do know that once you do have that space open for other people will gravitate towards you who are real, who love you for who you are, who only seek love. They don't want any type of anything else with you. They just want love. You know what I mean? Once you are showing love, other people know what to expect from you. And other people, yes, they definitely want to take advantage of that. But that's again where your discernment comes in. Do you want to deal with something that somebody, not something, I was going to say, do you want to deal with something like this the whole time, or somebody who acts like this the whole time? Or do you want to deal with somebody who, or just be by yourself for a while because you love yourself and nobody's going to say anything else? You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Let's see what our sweary affirmation says today. Yep. Says, breathe in the good shit, breathe out the bullshit. Yep. Because honestly, at this point, that's what we need to do. We have to understand that not everything is meant for us, and that even when we've done these things for so long, it's possible for things to just change. We just don't, it just doesn't work for us anymore. It's not telling you that you got to do better. Okay. It's not that it's saying to do better. It's more like this reminder of like, okay, we're just not the same person. We've grown. We're not the same person that we were. And we need to also acknowledge the fact that we are in a different spot than we were before. We may be in the same house. We may be in, at the same job. We may have the same car. Whatever it is, this reading is really about you figuring out what it is that you need to do in order to cope with a change. If there's a change coming that you know about, what is it that you have to do in order to be okay with changing directions? Yes, that takes a lot of work. Yes, you were comfortable going this way. But again, that's not necessarily the way that you have to go anymore. Anyway, before I repeat myself too many times. All right. Cool. With that being said, that is all I'm seeing for you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching, for staying through this video this far. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you guys like this video, please let me know if you guys resonated with this reading or not, as usual. Just be nice. Excuse me. Again, excuse me. Again, as I said before, any tips that you guys want to send me, please go ahead and donate to wherever you feel is necessary. Do your own research. Make sure the money goes exactly where you want it to go, and you know exactly what is going on. Yes. Again, my website is open. It's NimbusThePoet.com. If you guys would like to book a reading, I am donating a portion of my one-on-one, what I make from my one-on-ones, to various organizations. I want to do the Palestinian Children Relief Fund and Care for Gaza as well, and I will also do one for, I gotta get a little more money though. With that being said, again, I really appreciate you guys for being here. This reading is closed. Yeah. As usual, this was a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Yes. Free Palestine, free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. Alright, you guys, I thank you guys for being here. I will catch you guys in the next one. Be safe. Have the day that y'all deserve. I love y'all. Peace.